Mm-mm. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna stop playing music. Why are you doing that? Hello, hello. It has been a day of technological failures, one after the other. It's gonna be fantastic! Alright. Hello, hello! Oh, everyone get your caffeine ready. What up, Saturn? Oh, man. I did not finish Glass Sword. I have like 15 pages left, but I accidentally took the longest nap ever today. Total accident. Like, and I'm so tired I could fall asleep for another like 10 hours. It has been a day. It has been a day. But I'm ready to start reading. I'll switch books in the first sprint, so I'll be finishing up this guy. Hit a really interesting twist that was like, it was a subtle hint, but so obvious. I like Glass Sword. I definitely do. Alright. Because I started at 7 instead of 6:30 like I wanted to, I think we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So if you are here, grab your books and drinks and cats and all that jazz. I'll start the timer. If you guys can, TikTok is still getting used to me coming back on live, so if you guys can share the lives. If you like the live, it pushes it out to the FYP. On TikTok, if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, I don't know. I think you can like the live. I'm still learning what happens on YouTube. So. Why did... Oh, the cord. I'm like, why is my tripod moving? Okay, sorry about that. Anyways. I'll be switching books mid-sprint. And also let me know what you guys are reading. I have never read We Were Liars. I have not read that one before, no. Alright, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everyone. Okay. How did that go for everyone? Good first sprint. Started a new book. Ugh. Counting down, I got 2 more books to finish in the series after this one. So it's not a hard read. They're big. They're really big. I think the next one is War Storm, and then I have Broken Throne. So it is the King's Cage. So I'm only what, like 12 pages in, 10 pages in. But I'm definitely liking the Red Rising series. I like Glass Sword the best, but I mean that's only book 2, so I can't really say much. But excuse me, finish this book by Sunday. When is the end of the month? That's next week, right? Like we still have, yeah, we still got time in this month. I'm hoping to get more than 4 books, so I'll finish an audiobook tomorrow. I already finished 1 book tonight. I'm hoping to finish this by this weekend. And that'll be peachy. Yeah. 52% through Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have 2.5 hours left reading on my Kindle. Oh yeah, you'll finish that tonight for sure. Absolutely. Was a lot dystopian royalty. So this one, it's... I feel weird calling it dystopian because I feel like dystopian is kind of like, well, no, yeah. Yeah, it's a weird mix between dystopian and fantasy. Because you really feel like you're in another world, another realm. But at the same time, they have, like, cameras, and even though they don't all have cars, they have these metal boxes with wheels that not everyone can afford. So it's a good cross of dystopian fantasy. Yeah. Currently reading a classic, The Outsiders. Oh, awesome. Started Selfie. Reading The Stars Are Dying. How do you like that series? I'm looking forward to reading it just so I can unwrap the sprayed edges. Oh wait, is it The Stars Are Dying and The Night Is Defying? I think that's the series I'm thinking about. King's Cage was better than Glass Sword? If this is better than Glass Sword, I'm excited because I like Glass Sword a lot. So that's amazing. What Lunar Chronicles is like? Okay, okay. Have not read that one yet. Halfway through Onyx Storm. Hoping to finish it tomorrow. Prayers. Thoughts, prayers. I feel like the first half of Onyx Storm is like, here's all the info you really need. The second half is like, alright, roller coaster. Holy book I need to read. Yes, Melvin, you have, I don't know how many books you got in your library that you haven't read yet, but I can't talk because I have the exact same. But Red Queen is fantastic. If Powerless was heavily inspired by Red Queen, then I'm reading this first because of that. What up, Kaysen? It has been a bit, my friend. Lots bit. Reading Your Blood, My Bones by Kelly Andrew. Oh yeah, Lunar Chronicles has like Cinder, and that's right. I've seen those. I like the like drawn out cartoonish covers of the Lunar Chronicles. I haven't read it yet though. I read Red Queen and Glass Sword. Yeah, King's Cage. Starting off fierce, and I'm hoping like good things happen soon because I don't like where she is right now. Lurking in the YouTube live last couple of times. It's valid, Kason, because I actually haven't been on for a very long time due to work, due to a bunch of other stuff, so I'm like finally getting back into the routine. I don't go out of town till August, so I can finally sit here and breathe with you guys. It's great. My favorite genre is fantasy, epic fantasy, young adult fantasy are my primary favorites. So like Underdog, Chosen. This hits all my favorite tropes. And when I say trope, I don't mean anything romantic. Romance is okay, but this has the underdog. There's orphans in here. Usually I like the underdog, orphan, chosen one. Thanks for the tickets, Kason. I think they're tickets. Community Fest. I don't know. They were new, so I was like, let's add those to the goal. Why not? I think I say this every time you wear that shirt, but I love it. Yes, this is part of the Fort Worth Film Commission. They gave these shirts to us on a commercial shoot. I was like, yeah, sure. It's really comfy. Very comfy. Be reading Shadow and Bone. Yes, Shadow and Bone. I've if it wasn't so many books, I would reread it because I absolutely love that entire series. But I obviously I remember Six of Crows. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love Six of Crows duology, but I enjoyed Shadow and Bone. I can say, though, I didn't have too much fun with the King of Scars. King of Scars? Yeah, the King of Scars duology, I wasn't too much of a fan. If romance is incorporated in a book, it already has me. If romance is a subplot, then I don't mind it. But if romance is the plot, I tend to get bored very easy because I don't care. Like, I need a bigger risk factor than romance. The one connected to... Yes, so Shadow and Bone trilogy is first, followed by the Six of Crows duology. Stop it! Go. Shoo. Get. Shadow and Bone trilogy, then Six of Crows duology, then King of Scars duology. So you can... People always say you can read Six of Crows by itself. I don't recommend it because they go so in-depth of the magic system, the world building, all of the details that you might miss in Six of Crows happen in the trilogy. And Six of Crows, there's puns, there's references, there's so much that you'll miss because they don't go into explaining, like there was this mysterious character up on a hill. You have no idea who that is if you have not read the trilogy. So I highly recommend read the whole series. Becoming obsessed with Blood of Hercules. Nice. Planning to read The Women in the Castle, a history fiction book. I might look that up. Jumping back and forth between YouTube and TikTok. Hunger Games was good because romance was kind of sort subplot. Yeah, things like that where it's like the overall goal is surviving Hunger Games. The overall goal is not the romance. So like when the overall conflict is, does he like her? Will he choose her? Are they enemies? To, like, I don't care. But if there's romance as a subplot to the main goal of the story, the main plot is not romance, then I don't mind it. I read a romance book after a long time really is not for me anymore. Those pink romance books. It's, to me, a lot of the contemporary romance books are Hallmark movies. Like, they're all the same. And I guess it's because I see that there's bigger problems in life that it's so hard to find the high stakes risk being a romance situation. To me, this is not, I'm not judging anybody at all. I really want to chase after, like, how's she going to get out of this situation? I can't give any spoilers because literally this is book 3 and anything I talk about in the first 10 pages is a spoiler. So, need to read Six of Crows duology. Yes, you do. You'll love it. Oh my god, the Six of Crows duology has like my favorite characters, my favorite character banter. It's almost like the Avengers. Like every single person is so different and they don't seem like they would fit together, but the chemistry is mwah, fantastic. Red Hunger Games prequels, but not the main trilogy. Oh, really, Isabella? You have to read the trilogy. You should read the trilogy, definitely. The trilogy, even though the prequels are prequels, I feel like the trilogy should be read first. It should be read in publishing order, mainly because the prequels touch on topics, but they focus more on characters you already know, as opposed to explaining the overall Hunger Games, I guess, is the best way to explain it. Kind of starting on Catching Fire. It's good, yes. I did the trilogy on... Oh, yeah, I love Marvel. I'm behind, because I canceled Disney Plus a few months ago. But, oh yeah, I love Marvel. I did the trilogy on audiobook before I jumped into the prequels. Every now and then I just want to light, fluffy, no stress. Yeah, my light, fluffy, no stress reads is like cozy fantasy. And if there's romance in there, that's fine. But, like, I like Bookshop and Bone Dust, things like that. Summer in the City, and yes, 100% what you said. Yeah, I can't with those stories. Six of Crows, so now I have to read Shadow and Bone. Thanks, girl. Yes, you do. But it's so worth it. It is so worth it. Romance book as a cleanser between romantasy books. Nice break from world building. Valid. Very valid. The way I love that book. It makes so much sense. You should get Raven Scholar on your TBR if it's not there yet. Raven Scholar. Have I read this, or have I heard of this before? Raven Scholar. Let me see what it is. I can't do a live on Marvel because I'm one of those people that it's like, I love it, but I'm not knowledged enough to not make a mistake. And when you make a mistake to the Marvel community, we're not doing that. Okay. Let's set up for another sprint. What time is it? So YouTube fans. I have been having an issue every single night, and I don't know why, and we're still working it out. For some reason, every night between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., my YouTube live cuts out. But my internet cuts out for like a minute, but it ends my YouTube live. If that happens in the next hour and a half, please wait 5 minutes and come back. I will restart the live. I don't know why it's doing it. It's a whole battle with Spectrum. My internet just turns off. My TikTok is on data mode, so it shouldn't affect that, but YouTube is on Wi-Fi. So just a heads up, if you're on YouTube and the live ends, just come back in 5 minutes. Just freaking Spectrum. If they bring you trouble or OnlyFans, I am... yeah, it's a thing. Like, when you're a strong fandom of something and someone's trying to act like an expert or talk on something and they get things wrong, so it's like, I'm just gonna watch and learn. I'm not gonna talk on it. All right, 30 minutes on the clock, everyone. Happy sprinting. No, enjoy the game. Definitely enjoy the game. And Cassie, never apologize. There's no such thing as anybody being late to my sprints. I am here to provide a zen place. If you can make it, great. If you can't, you can't. But nobody is late, and I don't want anyone to ever apologize for coming whenever they are able to. Yeah, so my neighbor upstairs has a dog that goes out in the balcony sometimes, and my window has zero soundproofing. So anybody in the parking lot, you'll hear them. Dog outside, you'll hear them. If you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, I don't think my mic picks it up. But on TikTok, it picks up any noise outside. So, if there's a dog barking, you'll hear the dog barking. But how did that go for everyone? How far did I get? Not bad. I'm really hoping there's, like, a huge plot twist in the beginning. Because I'm like, girl, get out of there. This crown is made of bones. Were they all made of bones? That one didn't have bones. This is a crown made of bones. Huh. Yes, Bianca. I plan on being on till like 10 p.m. Central, usually. 61% through Vicious, but it's time for a dinner break. Valid. 2 more hours left in this book. I have nothing against Avatar, just haven't seen it. I don't have cable. I don't really watch much on streaming. 2 hours left in this book. Read like 5 chapters, which is 15 pages, so made a lot of progress. Awesome! Which book are you reading? I am currently reading King's Cage, which is book 3 in the Red Queen series. So, it's really good. It's really good. I'm enjoying myself. I love how she writes. This is my first Victoria Aveyard series. I haven't read her before, and I absolutely love her writing. Reading Water Moon. Sat down with it. That's the one that has like a really gorgeous cover, right? If I remember correctly. Came out like sometime last year. Releasing 10. Nice. 47%. Chapter 11, page 64. Only 190 pages left. Peyton, I think you could finish that tonight. With or without us, I think you can finish it tonight. Every edition of Water Moon is gorgeous. I can't remember which one I saw. I just remember, like, I was close to getting it, and I remember reading the synopsis, and I'm like, there's nothing here that would push this high up on my list, but it is a pretty book. I think it was like a special edition, like, I don't know, Fairy Loot, Owl Crate. It was something absolutely gorgeous. I started it yesterday. This is the quickest I've read an almost 500-page book. Yay! Loved Water Moon. I'm reading one by one. I got my book outlet haul today and posted it. Yay, Cassie! I'll look forward to checking that out. I read book 1 of Red Queen, but need to read the rest. I loved book 2. I loved book 2 more than book 1. Now, I know a lot of people will not like book 2, and this is actually kind of like an ongoing theme with a lot of fantasy books. The first fantasy book usually has the highest stakes, fastest pace. Like, it's less on explanation because they're in such an urgent situation. They have to, like, rush to get through things. Book 2, they're able to kind of, like, pull back and assess the overall picture. So book 2 does slow down. I think the first half was significantly slower. But second half definitely picked up. Again, a lot of information that you do need to understand. And I loved the second half of the book. It was so good. So good. 244 out of 363. Didn't even realize I was so close. So close, Mars. So close. Day of Fallen Night. A bit more than Prior of the Orange Tree. I still need to read that. The way... Dude, the way... Glass Sword ends. Red Queen ending was crazy. Glass Sword ending is even... Yeah. Book is so good, but I've been in a slump, so pushing myself is hard. I understand, Isabella. I was in a slump for like 2 weeks, and I didn't realize I was in a slump, but like... I had the same audiobook on Libby for 2 weeks. I wasn't picking, like, I didn't touch a book for 2 weeks. And every time I had time to sit down and read, I did not want to read. So I completely understand. I would say maybe, like, switch it up with an easy read. I have Wishbone books. I have Wishbone books that I can just sneak on in there. Something, like, simple to knock off and be like, I read a book. I feel motivated to keep on going. 50% through Never Flinch by Stephen King, and about 25% through The Book Jumper. What's my favorite part? My favorite part in The Book Jumper was the... no spoilers, no spoilers. But I think the portion of the plot regarding... No, because I don't know what point of the story he comes in. I don't know what part of the story he comes in. Tangled Up with You by Christina Lauren got me out of my slump. Ooh. For a reading slump, try a GN novella or something just really fast-paced. GN. You have to remind me because brain fart. I'm back and ready to read. Finally, yes, Saturn. Reminder for YouTubers. And again, this should be resolved. I will be picking up a new Spectrum modem, and we're crossing fingers that's the issue. But between 8 and 9 p.m. for whatever reason, YouTube the internet just turns off. So if you're on YouTube, if the internet does cut off in the next hour, just wait 5 minutes and come back. We're hoping it doesn't, but we're also writing down the times that it does. If you're on TikTok, you're on data mode, no issues. I did look up Raven Scholar. I did not read up on it. I was just looking to see if I recognized the cover. Scholar. Raven Scholar, Eternal Path, Trilogy. Imperial Intrigue, Cutthroat Competition, Scholar's Quest to Uncover the Truth. Ooh, this almost sounds like a fantasy mystery. It's a fantasy mystery. I actually think I would enjoy that. Oh, the Hotterscape cover is gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna leave that window up because I feel like I might actually enjoy it. So, you win. Any updates on your internet issues? I already said it. We don't necessarily have an update, just letting YouTube know to be ready. 640-ish pages, but 80 chapters and very good. I mean, the synopsis itself sounds amazing. Illumicrate, I don't know if I would spend money on like, I'm trying to be better about only getting special edition books if it's a book I've read or absolutely. Guess what's coming? Guess what's in the mail? I don't think it's landed in the United States yet, but my broken binding edition of the Aragon Inheritance Cycle is on its way. My first thought is I have no idea where it's going on my shelf, but it's coming. So I'm hoping it'll be under 2 weeks. We'll see, because again, it's already been shipped. It's just not in the States yet. So we'll see how long that portion takes. But a lot of people are already posting videos because they're in the UK and they're opening their boxes, and I'm like, I just want my book. I just want my sprayed edges. Oh, they are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, I already have a whole Aragon row under the LED sign. I have a whole Aragon row. So I might, and then like next to the LED sign is more dragon books. So I might shift some of the dragon books up. I don't know. I gotta figure it out because I'm making that my dragon section. And I gotta figure it out. I'll probably just shift some dragon books up. That's currently... Yeah, because up there is where I currently have I just have to reorganize my bookshelves again. That's always fun. Collector special edition I need to own is the Shadow and Bone one. Yeah, I have, I don't know if I've seen, like I have the collector's edition of Shadow and Bone book 1, But I haven't seen a trilogy special edition. That would be absolutely gorgeous. They're showing off the set. Yes. Oh my god. When I get that box, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I'll try not to scream in your ears, though. I'll try and be nice. No, no, stop it. I give everyone 1 minute. That's rude. Okay. These are dark. There we go. I think Alcrate and Litjoy both did Shadow and Bone as a set, Litjoy sets. The only other set I would want to get outside of Aragon is Scythe. And I think Scythe has had, like, I think it's on its, like, its 3rd special edition. There's a special edition coming out. No, it already came out, but I found out about it 1 month too late and they sold out. I listened to this playlist. This is just, like, it's Lo-Fi Girl, but yeah, they haven't changed this playlist in quite a bit. I have not read the book, The Hate You Give. I've seen it every time, and I'm tempted to buy it. But I do have a bunch of books by Samira Ahmed that are currently taking priority in front of that book. Oh, wait, yeah. 30 minutes of the clock. Happy spring break, everybody. How did that go for everyone? Whew. I just need, ugh. I don't like where she is. Anyways. How's everyone else's books treating you? We will do 2 more sprints tonight. I would normally go longer on a Friday night, but I do have to wake up super early tomorrow. So 2 more sprints tonight. Getting towards the end of my book, I'm reading Uprooted. Almost halfway through Releasing 10, page 361. 49%. Hello, hello. Just blew my mind. I don't know how I feel. You ever those moments where you read something and you just wind up like staring at the wall for a good 5 minutes, trying to understand what you just read? 5 pages left in your book. Ooh, Isabel's gonna finish a book tonight. Awesome. 165 pages left. Oh yeah, Peyton. You can finish that tonight. Just don't go to sleep. You got this. Oh my god, these wings are amazing! Thank you so much! Thank you for the gift, Anne! Anne or Annie? I want to say your name is... I want to say it's Anne, because of the spelling. But I could be wrong. Entirely valid. Reread the paragraph 3 times. Yes, that as well. 69% through chapter 17 of part 2. What was I? I was reading Inkblood Sister Scribe, listening to an audiobook, and the first half of the book honestly drags. And then it started getting really interesting, and then it said part 2, and I'm like, all of that was part 1? Jeez. But it is very interesting right now. I'm on the second half of the book. I'm hoping to finish the Ministry of Time tonight. Yes. Either. And it is. And if there was an I, I'd put Annie, but Anne it is. 50% into Till Summer Do Us Part, and I haven't laughed this much. You know, I don't think I've ever read like a humor book. Like Six of Crows, like there's banter. There's some fantasy banter. Iron Flame was hilarious. Iron Flame, Riddick is my spirit animal. Six of Crows is hilarious. I love Jesper and Kaz. But I've never actually like read like a humor book. 300 pages left. That's not bad. It's not bad. You could just not sleep tonight. Just don't sleep. You got this. I have not read From Blood and Ash yet. I can tell you book number. So the wrapped books are books that I haven't gotten to yet, and book number 1 is From Blood and Ash. I don't know how I remember that, but I do know that. So I think I have all of the books because I was gonna start it a few months ago, and then like plans changed. So I haven't read it yet, but I have it. Jesper's the GOAT. Yes. Jesper is absolutely fantastic. There was one scene, I think it was in not Six of Crows, it was in Crooked Kingdom, I believe, where they were like running through a library and he's having like this like high stakes, people are chasing them, but he has this like quick interaction with this girl that he talked to before. How you doing? Okay, no, I deserve that. Jesper's just hilarious. And then when they did have the TV show of Six of Crows, they picked the perfect Jesper. And perfect casting, absolutely perfect casting. Yes, they should have been younger, but they fit the characters spot on. I'm reading like 5 books at once. I have almost been there. I was debating on doing that. Like, there might be some books that I don't want to read on live. Some books that I have, but... So, like, for example, just stating it, like, I will never market or advertise, let's say, Harry Potter, right? You will never find those books on my shelf. I will never talk about it. But, like, if I have a book and it's a problematic author, but I really do want to read the story, and that's how I feel. If you have books from problematic authors that you don't want to support, and it's everyone's decision, so we're not judging anybody right now, but my decision is not to market them, talk about them, read them on live. I'm still debating on rating books, so I'm not sure about that. So there's a few books that I'm thinking of reading during the daytime that I just won't be marketing, so How many books do I have? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Too many? Yeah, so the Shadow and Bone TV show was kind of a crossover. It was a mix of the trilogy and the duology, Shadow and Bone, Six of Crows. They kind of, whereas in the books, Six of Crows happens after Shadow and Bone, in the TV show, they happen at the same time. The thing is, the writers did a really good job. Like, I'm a book fan, but they did a wonderful job blending the stories, bringing out the characters. Of course, it's not going to be, it was more loosely based. It wasn't obviously exactly like the books. And it did fantastic. I think it had 2 seasons, and they canceled it. Just like Wheel of Time, where they canceled it. Netflix has a running thing of, we're just going to give you something and cancel it. So if you ever see a TV show, like I think Game of Thrones is probably one of the only fantasy series. I don't even know if The Witcher continued. I haven't kept track of those. But it's like they're just canceling fantasy book TV shows. I have not updated the Fable app in forever. I had it and then I stopped when they were using it became very problematic AI. They said they have since fixed that. I just honestly haven't gone back because I just haven't. So I mainly update my story graph and then I have an Excel sheet. Read Shadow and Bone, just put Six of Crows on my TBR. Yes, if you've read Shadow and Bone trilogy, read Six of Crows next. Love it. Did you see about the Libby thing? I don't know what the Libby thing is. I have Libby. I don't know what the thing is though. Word on the Fourth Wing series. So I work in the film industry, and right now, if a network buys the rights, it doesn't mean the show's gonna happen. This is what happened with ACOTAR. When someone buys the rights, they're basically saying, if we decide to make a show, we're the only ones that can do it. They're not saying we're gonna make a show. So if you ever see people say, oh, Netflix bought the rights to this, or Paramount bought the rights to this, they're basically just saying, now we are the only ones who are allowed to do it if we decide to. So until they have a script, a showrunner, and start the casting process, I wouldn't look into it. Because there's still about 3 to 4 months of prep that happens before they even bring the cast on set. So filming can take about a year and a half. Like from the beginning process to actually getting the season done. So that's my tidbit. So if anybody's buying stuff, I don't pay attention until I hear about casting and a showrunner. That's when my ears perk up. So I think Fourth Wing, last I heard, was a showrunner. But I haven't heard anything about a script. Love canceling good. They do love canceling good shows. They seriously do. I'm still part of the Save Shadow and Bone campaign. Yes, it needs to come back. It was perfect casting. Beautiful casting. Government is increasing the funds. Oh, yeah. No, that's been happening for months, Brista. Like, that's what we've been encouraging everyone. They've been defunding libraries. They've been defunding... They're not defunding Libby. They're defunding libraries, and libraries have to pay to use Libby. And that's what we tell everyone. Go to your library. If you walk in and out, it justifies traffic, they get more funds. If you check out a book, it justifies usage, they get more funds. If you use Libby, it justifies them paying to have a digital library, and they get more funds. So even if you don't read anything, go to your library. Go once a week. Just walk in, look around, check out a book, even if you don't read that book. Like, bring foot traffic and digital traffic to libraries and to Libby, they get more funding. But the budget itself is significantly cut for sure. So it's up to us to save it. Selection show has supposedly been coming from Netflix for years. Selection show? I don't know what that is. Different library system states fund services differently. Yeah, it's just like I started... going to the library to give them foot traffic and checking out a random book is what introduced me to internment. And for those who followed my TikTok, you know that I am obsessed with the book Internment. It introduced me to the book We Are Not From Here. And then now I have most of Samira Ahmed's collection, and I've been reading a lot more of like political realism, fiction, mainly in the young adult category. You never know what a library will do for you. So go to your local library. Get a library card. Even if you don't go to the library, get a library card. This is the best way we can save libraries. If you're in the Dallas area, please go to Who's Books bookstore because I am in disbelief at how much they pour into their community. They even have a delivery bike, because they're in a low income area, and they will deliver books to families that don't have cars, don't have a way to get to the bookstore. They have programs to be able to get kids books for free. Like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out how to volunteer more with them, because they're not close to, they're not in this, I don't live in Dallas. So it's a bit of a drive, but I am so in love with their mission and their emphasis on bringing literacy to the community. It is amazing. I found some of my favorite books are as random library checkouts. Yes. Trying to get my kids into the libraries. Do it. A lot of them even have like little play areas, but if anything, would just go check out books. And like, I knew a family that would do like a trivia night at home with the books that they got from the library. So they would find ways to make books fun and take kids to the library. Yes, ask your library staff. Also, library staff will tell you about events you might not know of. Like, I know my library has like teenager knitting day. They have like crochet night. They have board games. Like, they have events for people to go over, and just like they have book clubs. So libraries are a lot more than just checking out. All right, 30 minutes on the clock, everyone. 2 more sprints tonight. Happy sprinting.